When local matters. Valley Office Systems, your local provider for all things office. Copiers, printers, office furniture, and document management. Proudly serving Idaho since 1974. Valley Office Systems.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
We're Valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit, not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
All right, I put this on one check. Is that okay? Draw?
That was fast and secure. It's Mobile Wallet from Lookout Credit Union.
Your home team, when local matters. Valley Office Systems, your local provider for all things office. Copiers, printers, office furniture, and document management. Proudly serving Idaho since 1974. Valley Office Systems. Your home team, when local matters. Valley Office Systems, your local provider for all things office. Copiers, printers, office furniture, and document management. Proudly serving Idaho since 1974. Valley Office Systems.
As summer turns to fall, change is in the air, and at John Adams GMC in Rexburg, big things are happening as well. We are transitioning from John Adams GMC to Liberty GMC. We need to absolutely liquidate our new and used inventory immediately. Our current GMC and used truck selection is fantastic. Now is the time to purchase a new GMC truck or SUV from John Adams GMC in Rexburg. All new GMCs and qualifying used vehicles come with warranty forever. Take advantage of discounts up to $2,500 off MSRP on new GMC trucks and SUVs, plus 0% APRs available on many new GMCs. Right now, get $1,000 in GMC accessories included with your new GMC special order. And don't miss our trunk or treat on Saturday, October 29th from 2 to 5 p.m. with lots of fun, music, prizes, and candy. Changes in the air at John Adams GMC, soon to be Liberty GMC in Rexburg. 0% OIC will qualify by our short term. See dealer for details.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Highland High School here for Gate City Game Night on IdahoSports.com. This is an IdahoSports.com GameStream production of Gate City Game Night, presented by Lookout Credit Union, also by Valley Office Systems and Portneuf Medical Center. Huge thanks to them. Brought to you also by our major advertising partners, Project Filter, Valley-wide Cooperative, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, and your local Toyota dealers. Lauren Jensen alongside Matt Kelly here tonight to bring you 5A conference matchup between the Highland Rams and the Thunder Ridge Titans. The Titans visiting up here at Connections Credit Union Field here at Highland High School. Iron Horse Stadium, a beautiful facility that's been improved over the last few years here at Highland High School. And it's senior night here tonight. I feel like I say that, or it's homecoming night on every game that we do. Senior night, homecoming night, of course, with only 4 or 5 home games. You get, one's senior night, one's homecoming. So here we are as the Highland Rams come out onto the field. The Highland Rams with a massive win 2 weeks ago at Rigby High School. They were down 21 going into the fourth quarter. They scored 22 unanswered points to win that conference matchup and put them in the driver's seat for that conference. Regardless of the outcome of this game, Matt, they're the district champions. They'll get the opening round bye in the playoffs next week. So they won't play until the following week, and they'll play the winner of the number 4, number 5 seed team from the West, both those teams coming from District 3 over in the Treasure Valley. So whoever that is will know after tonight as they put those seedings in place. They will play the winner of that game in 2 weeks. In theory, they should have home field advantage, so you'd think that game may very likely be here at Iron Horse Stadium. And if so, there's a good chance we'll have it here on IdahoSports.com for you. We are going to take a quick break and step away for our national anthem. This is Gate City Game Night here on IdahoSports.com. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit
At all our local Teton dealerships, we're committed to our no problem philosophy.
No problem means we'll find it, not we don't have it.
No problem means the same fair prices that we've always offered on our new vehicles.
Because when you shop with us, it's always no problem to buy and service your vehicles.
When joints begin to fail, it's more than an inconvenience. The relentless grinding pain slows you down and can even stop you from doing the things you enjoy in life. At Portneuf Medical Center, our skilled orthopedic experts are using advanced robotic surgeries to get you back to being you sooner with a less painful recovery. We're doing more than restoring joints. We're restoring lives.
Your home team, when local matters. Valley Office Systems, your local provider for all things office. Copiers, printers, office furniture, and document management. Proudly serving Idaho since 1974. Valley Office Systems.
We're Valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Welcome back here to Highland High School. The Highland Rams taking on the Thunder Ridge Titans in a conference matchup here. A game that doesn't mean a whole lot if you're Highland. Obviously, they're going to come out and try to win this thing, but Highland comes into this in the driver's seat in the conference. They're 5-3 overall, being led by head coach Nick Sorrell. 2-0 in conference. Wins over I got to think of our 5A schools. Wins over Rigby and Madison. Thank you. They're number 4 currently in the coaches polls, and in the latest media poll, and of course this was 2 weeks ago, they were number 5, just below Rigby, which I'm sure had those media polls, or if they've come out again, they've jumped Rigby in those. They're trailing right now Meridian, Rocky Mountain, and Eagle, all schools out of District 3 for those 1, 2, and 3 spots in the coaches polls. And here we go. Highland won the toss, deferred to the second half, so they'll kick off. That ball kind of muffed at the goal line. Return by Thunder Ridge out to the 10, and that's all the farther they'll get. The Thunder Ridge Titans,
Tackle made by number 28.
led by their head coach, first-year head coach Michael Berger, They've got a couple of wins on the season. Wins against 4A IF, Idaho Falls, and Hillcrest. They're 2-6 overall 0-2 in the conference, and no rank in any of the coaches' polls or the media polls for the Titans. And before the game, real classy move by Highland. They recognized the senior wide receiver, Porter Brazee, who right towards the beginning of the season was injured with a concussion that's still affecting his mobility as well as speech, and so still trying to recover from that concussion. They actually painted PB1, his number is 1, down on either side of the 50-yard line down there on the field, and they're actually taking donations here to help with expenses and costs for Porter here at the game tonight. So a huge shout out to everybody that's been behind that. I've seen messages out on Facebook put out, just trying to rally behind that young man, his team, and his family. Handoff here on 2nd and 9 goes for nothing.
And
it's going to be 3rd and 9 coming up.
You mentioned the concussion issues that we've been kind of seeing in not only high school but also college and the professional level. Obviously, I think there's a conversation that needs to happen within football, and
3rd down and 9.
I think the sport will be better because of it when that takes place.
Yeah, I know over the years they've continued to try to put more protocols in place and more education in place for coaches and players and even officials, just to know what to do with it, because it is such a widespread issue, and it's you don't think about it until it happens to someone you know or someone that's close to you. Back to pass and nowhere to go with it. Sacked back at the 5-yard line, and that's going to bring up a 4th and very long on the opening drive here.
Hudson John there as well for him.
Taven Oswald had nowhere to go with the football, and it'll be 4th and 15 on to punt for the Titans. It's number
3, Rich Barella, set to receive.
That's number 23 listed out there, Alex Taylor. Excuse me. Actually, I do believe that is the kicker, Dallin Sir, excuse me. And that ball goes out the back of the end zone on the snap. It was a bad snap, and that is a safety. So 2 early points for the Rams.
So the Rams are on the board, 2-0.
And Thunder Ridge will have to punt it away. So an early score with 9:41 left here in the first for the Highland Rams. Again here on senior night at Iron Horse Stadium. Thanks for joining us here on IdahoSports.com. I want to thank our local sponsors for tonight, Alta Insurance, John Adams GMC. You'll hear an ad for them as we go throughout the game. And, of course, Valley Office Systems. Huge thanks to each one of them. Some groundbreaking news from John Adams GMC. A name change is on the horizon to Liberty.
Nathan Olson. Set the kick.
So a little name change for them.
For the Titans.
And they've got a cool, they always have a cool trunk or treat that they do every year up there in Rexburg. And they're doing it again this year on the 29th, I believe. That ball picked up at the 38. Nowhere to go. Good coverage by the Titans. And down at the 32-yard line. Great coverage there by number 33, Cole Dustin, for the Titans. And what could have been a lot better field position for Highlands negated just by great coverage by the Titans. 9:34 here left in the first, and Highland with their first offensive possession. Handoff right up the middle, nowhere to go. Quarterback Drew Hymas, the starter.
Carried by Cade Jones.
Tate Jones on the carry, but nowhere to go.
By number 21, Gillen Grover.
Drew Hymas, starting quarterback. Number 9 for the Rams. They're kind of a read option type offense very often when they go to hand off. That time, Hymas let go of it. Back to pass this time. Short out route to the sideline.
Pass by Hyman, complete, number 87.
Complete
By Reno.
to number 87 for the Rams. That is Cyreno. And pick up about 6 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Bring up 3rd down and 5.
It's really telling, you know, that run in the very first play to not many yards picked up. I was going to the air for these next few plays.
Flag comes in, probably a hold. Hymas still on the loose, looking for somewhere to go with this football. And then what a grab for a first down. What a great catch. I thought that was well over the head of Kai Callan, and he laid out, caught it. It's going to probably come back on the flag, but a great play by Kai Callan. Oh, no.
Face mask. Or hands to the face, right?
Illegal use of the hands to the face against Thunder Ridge, so that will result in a first down. The ball will be out at the 48-yard line. Yep. Illegal hands to the face against Thunder Ridge. It's declined, and it's 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. So Callan does his job on a great catch, laying out. And he gets the first down with 8:13 to go here in the first quarter. Hymas drops back again on a little route out to the sideline. Popped as he hits the sideline. Colt Durham with the catch. And he's knocked out of bounds by number 24, Thunder Ridge. That's Alex Taylor.
It's essentially to the same spot on the field, right? That sideline toss on the right sideline, the closer side. Just getting yards.
Yeah, just a pickup of about 11 yards there. Well, right at 10, actually, right at the sticks. And so another first down, and they're into Titan territory with 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Hymas, again out in the flat, wide open, just a soft zone and nearly breaking free, but for another first down to the 25 yards. Reno with the catch down to the 25-yard line.
And another Highland Ram, first down.
The Rams, one run play, the first play of the game, and everything since then has been through the air. Under center this time is Hymas. It'll get handed off right up the middle. Ball comes free. And did Thunder Ridge get on top of it? Yes, they did. The Titans recover. I'm not sure if that was a bad exchange on the handoff or a big hit that popped that ball free. But a promising drive gets stopped, and the Titans take over.
A really shocking play, honestly. And I've always had the premonition about Highland is that they're a good running school, right? They take care of the ball and they get yards every play. It's not been so today. You know, first run, nothing, and letting go of the ball in a critical situation, red zone area.
Yeah, first turnover of the game, unless you count, I guess, the safety, but first turnover, traditional turnover, and the Titans have a big run down the sideline, all the way down to the midfield, and then finally tackled. Carry by Carter Copeland. And Copeland, a huge pickup.
Brought down by Kai Callan.
Kai Callan finally drags him down, but he's all the way down to the 46-yard line of Highland.
Yeah, he was able to get the end on that play and the secondary to really bite into the center.
Almost a 30-yard gain, and it's like nobody was keyed in on him because he came over on the left side of that line to the outside, wide open, nobody within 10, 15 yards of him. Handoff again this time, kind of hung up in the middle of that line, going to fall forward for about a yard as Oswald
Carson Trosper on the carry.
handed it off to
Brought down by Hudson John.
trying to look for the
Second
guy
down
that
and 9.
took the carry there for the Titans. I believe it was number 26. Yeah, Carson Trosper with the carry on that play for a yard. It's 2nd and 9. Back in the gun is Oswald. In trouble, gets rid of it as he's pressured, caught by the tight end with room to go. First down, bounces off a couple tacklers, and now it's a foot race to the end zone. 5, touchdown. A beautiful play and spinning away from a tackler. Hudson Harker takes it 45 yards for the touchdown, and it is the Titans on top, 6-2. You know what, Matt? A great play, and Oswald standing in there delivering a great pass as he's getting hit. And then Harker spinning away from the tackler.
Yeah, Harker's got some wheels. He saw daylight and wanted to get to that end zone. It's a message that don't count Thunder out of this quite yet.
And early safety doesn't deter the Titans as they come on. They force the fumble, and then about 3 or 4 plays later, they capitalize with a long, about a 46-yard touchdown pass. They're going to go for 2. Rolling right. They had the man in the corner. Did he catch it? Yes. They broke the plane of the goal line, and now they say no. The back judge says the ball came loose.
Oh, no good.
So
No good.
the far sideline judge didn't see the ball pop free. The back judge did. So the 2-point conversion is no good. It'll remain 6-2. I thought he had the guy further to the pylon open. I think if he'd have hit him, there wouldn't even have been the hit on the receiver. But nonetheless, it remains 6-2. So again, Thunder forcing a turnover and capitalizing with a touchdown. I want to thank Alta Insurance. They're your locally owned agency with locations in both Idaho Falls and Twin Falls. Alta's mission is to help our community by providing policies personalized to each consumer's needs. The community we work and live in is our #1 priority. As such, we offer a wide range of insurance products and companies able to take care of our community's assets. Alta Insurance has recently merged with Archibald Levitt Insurance in Rexburg, the same great names with the same great service together. I want to remind everybody you can make the memories last a lifetime by owning the digital game file of this game for just $10. Just click the button in the top right to order. Kickoff taken back at the 5 on the return, hit at the 20, looking for some room, and then dropped at the 21. So Callan again swarmed by the Titans. Good coverage by the men in white, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the 21 for the Rams.
And Connor Dixon for the Titans.
Dixon in on the coverage tackle for the Titans. Remember to check out the Friday Night Flash for updates on all the games happening tonight, score updates. There's also a lot of games being broadcast on IdahoSports.com, so if you're looking for another game to check in on, just go to the GameStreams tab, and you can see all the games that are live. Handoff up the middle with room to run this time. Late flag comes in from behind. Wonder if this might be a face mask. And that appears to be the initial signal from the back judge. It's a 5-yard penalty. It's an incidental one, so that'll tack on a few yards. It'll be 1st down at the 35-yard line. And there are some significant games going on that have playoff implications around the state on this final week of the regular season. And so, yeah, check back for those. It's a little late, but if you've got your your Gridiron game picks in. You can kind of watch those as those scores come in as well. Short pass caught at the 40 and then tackled immediately. So a 5-yard gain on that little short route.
Pass by Hymus is complete to Barella.
Caught by Ridge Barella. Barella was the recipient on some big plays at the end of that Rigby football game that they won at Rigby. And really just a pivotal game for Highland on the season. See if they can continue to ride that momentum of that big win into the playoffs. Back to passes, Hymus. A little hesitation and throws it out there. Picked off. Intercepted. It went through the hands of the receiver and fell right to the defender. Intercepted by number 31.
31, Cody Robinson for the Titans.
Cody Robinson for the Titans. And another turnover. Gives the Titans good field position at the 42-yard line of Highland.
Is this a different team that we saw from that Rigby game, Highland, or is this a different Thunder Ridge team that we've seen all year?
And for me, I've only seen Thunder Ridge one other time, and I've seen Highland a few times. And we were kind of talking earlier, Matt, about this game as Oswald sets up in the gun. But Highland, I just haven't quite figured out what to make of them. As man, that looked like Canadian football there as Thunder Ridge took off way early from the receiver position. They were 5 yards downfield before the ball was snapped. But, and I didn't see the Rigby game between them, but, they were down 21 going into the fourth quarter, which that was not the surprise to me, The surprise was that they scored 22 unanswered. And so in a quarter, and they've played well in games. I mean, they only lost by 6 or 7 to a Meridian team, the number 1 team in the state, over at Meridian. So in a big football game, they low scoring. So they've got it in them, but what I've seen is kind of what we've seen so far here in the first quarter. A couple turnovers, a few mistakes here and there. Giving up some big runs as we're gonna have a holding penalty, I'm sure, out there on the corner as a flag flew in that goes against probably Cole Dustin out there at the tight end spot. So I just don't know what to expect or what I should expect from Highland. And with that being said, they're 2-0 in the conference, with an opportunity to go 3-0 here tonight. They're going to win the conference. They have a first-round bye in the playoffs. So, the results have definitely been there. I just don't know what it's going to look like once we hit playoff time. So after the penalty, it's all the way back to the 46-yard line of Thunder Ridge. First and 35. They've got to get down to the 32-yard line. Handoff to the outside and tripped up. They're going to lose some more yardage. Ball carrier number 26 that time, Carson Trosper, couldn't get turned upfield. And it'll be second and 37, I believe now, for the Titans.
It'll be second down and long.
And again, a first-year head coach here for Highland Rams, Nick Sorrell, and, coming in and replacing a long-time head coach here for Highland who's been very successful and over the years. There's a lot of tradition at Highland, and I think these players are, adjusting to a new coach, adjusting to maybe a little bit different of a system. But they have shown that they're a good football team. Down the field, looking for the intended receiver, all tied up and incomplete. Both guys jostling. Oswald was trying to once again get it to his big receiver, number 85, Hudson Harker, who had that touchdown catch. But it's incomplete. It'll be third down and long.
That incomplete pass brings up third down.
Once again, they've got to get all the way down to the 32-yard line of Highland for a first down. Ball now sitting at about between the 43 and 44 yard line of Thunder Ridge. So 3rd and 24.
Yeah, it's a long ball territory right here.
See if they try to go something underneath and just pick up some yardage. Put them in 4-down territory. Oswald looking for help. Flag comes in. That's going to be holding. Oswald's not going to get the first down anyways, as he is tackled out of bounds at about midfield, about 18 yards shy of the first down. But the flag's going to hurt him. More than likely, I would guess you're going to see this declined. Maybe not. They might take it.
Another penalty on the Titans.
Almost put better field position, right? If you
That's a good point.
Back.
Yeah, you got to assume you're going to be able to hold him here if you're the Highland defense. So you back him up 10 yards. It's going to put him all the way back to the 25-yard line. 3rd and forever now. They're headed north. They've about got to get it to Fort Hall to get the first down here, and they are going to take the penalty. So 3rd and 41 officially. Highland kind of in a prevent defense here as they just rush 4. They'll throw it short underneath. And ball comes free as they got ripped out of the hands.
That ball came out. We'll see who got it.
Somebody grabbed right onto that football as Harker was trying to make his move to the sideline. Ball got ripped free, popped up. No indication yet. It looks like the Titans fell back on it. It'll be 4th and very long. They'll punt away here from the 38-yard line.
Might have been Gunnar Wilhelm that popped that.
I don't know if the change in the weather's made the ball a little slippery or something today.
Oh, when it's cold, it's always one thing or another, with your hands. Your hand jammed up from a ball or from another player, and it hurts 10 times more in the cold, so we'll see how that factors. The weather's certainly dropping.
Yes, it is supposed to get cold. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30.
Fair catch made about the 30-yard line, and Highland will start there first and 10.
And so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams there as they trail 2-6.
I want to make sure to recognize Connections Credit Union for their support of Highland Athletics. They've been a proud sponsor of Highland Rams for over 10 years. Connections Credit Union, turn up the reward, turn down the fees.
Hymus, alone in the backfield. Oh, reset. Take a look over their sideline.
Dead ball, false start.
Oh, and it is false start.
Yeah, so a false start. Not sure what happened with Highland on that play, but false start. That'll back him up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15 from the 25. 2:31 left here in the first. A quick first quarter in an odd scoring scenario. An early safety as the ball was snapped through the back of the end zone by Thunder Ridge. Gave Highland the short-lived lead at 2-0. And then after a fumble recovery, and here goes Hymus on the run. Hymus breaking free into the secondary, trying to beat him down the sideline, gets tripped up all the way down to about the 23 or 24-yard line. So a huge run for Hymus puts him down to the 25, they say officially. And, that's one thing that Hymus does give Highland is he can run the football as he's back there by himself again. This time he'll throw to the outside. It's caught for a short gain of about 3. That catch made by number 13, Cade Jones. So 2nd and 7 upcoming. But, Hymus, he can run the football, and he's got good speed. He's got a good presence, protects the football. And when he needs to, he can throw it down the field, too. Handoff up the middle. Big hole, first down. across the 15 down to the 14.
Tripped up by number 9, Rory Levitt.
Cade Jones that time with the carry.
Highland, first down.
And a first down inside the red zone. For the first time on offense are the Rams with 1:40 and counting here in the first quarter. 2 turnovers here in the first quarter by the Rams. And Hymas keeps this himself, but he gets drugged down by the shoulder pads.
Drew Hymas.
Hymas drugged down. A good job by Thunder Ridge to hang on to him there.
Second down, 11.
So a yard loss back to the 15. It'll be 2nd and 11 upcoming.
Century and Pocatello playing tonight. That's a big game.
That is a big game. Century could really cause some craziness in that conference if they come away with a win. If Pocatello wins, they're the outright champion of the conference. Catch made at the 8 and then driven all the way back out to the 18. So it'll be 3rd and short. Well, actually about 3rd and 5 upcoming.
Tackle made by Elijah Beck. And that play will take us to the end of the first quarter.
And that will be the end of the first quarter. Thunder Ridge on top 6-2 as Highland is driving. He'll come back with 3rd and 5 here for Gate City Game Night here on IdahoSports.com. Valley Office Systems and Rico are your local hometown office solutions team, delivering the level of service that you expect because they're a service company above all else. Valley Office Systems and Rico want to wish all the Gate City teams best of luck. And a couple of them planning on being in the playoffs come next week. That's Pocatello Thunder. Tell you what, when Pocatello plays Thunder Ridge, I have a problem with that because the old mascot for Pocatello seems to slip in there all the time rather than their new mascot, the Thunder. And so Pocatello Thunder planning on being in those 4A playoffs a couple weeks. And then, of course, the Highland Rams sitting with a first-round bye for those playoffs. That'll start in a couple weeks. You know, there's a lot going on this time of year. State soccer tournaments for boys and girls happening. You can check out those brackets on IdahoSports.com. And volleyball districts going on right now. State tournament looming for them as well. Handoff goes to number 12 around that right corner, trying to get a first down, and he gets there with more. Ball comes loose, but it's going to be a touchdown. He had already broken the plane.
13, Cade Jones in for a Highland touchdown.
And a touchdown for Jones. Actually, I don't think that was Jones. I think that was 12 on the carry, if I'm not mistaken. Gunnar Wilhelm. No, I was wrong. From up here, it was Jones. Cade Jones. About an 8-yard touchdown run. PAT is up, and it is good.
Kick is good.
So Highland regains the lead 9-6 over the Thunder Ridge Titans here in the second quarter with 11:52. Just one play, one score for Highland. As we have got into the second quarter. Once again, lots of games. Going on IdahoSports.com across the state. I'm going to take a look at the soccer state tournaments. We'll have the volleyball state tournament brackets upcoming, including the district tournament brackets. Some district champions have already been crowned across the state for volleyball. And at the end of tomorrow, there'll be some hardware handed out for state soccer. Kick drives that ball back into the end zone for a touchback, and it'll be Thunder Ridge ball coming out.
Titans start 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Coming out 1st and 10 from the 20. The always entertaining and occasionally controversial, the IdahoSports.com prepcasts cover every inch of Idaho. Hosted by Brandon Baney, each prepcast features one of our in-house experts talking about what's going on in your part of the state. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click Prepcasts in the menu to get caught up on what you've been missing.
Hot takes from Brandon Baney.
Tell you what, I don't know if the hot takes are so much from Brandon. It's all the crazy experts from around the state. Handoff goes nowhere that time as running back met in the backfield.
Gunnar Wilhelm. Right time.
On the tackle for loss. A loss of 2 on the play. It's 2nd and 12. Every once in a while, Brandon comes out with something bizarre, but he's almost the voice of reason at times on that podcast, and it's everybody else that's off their rocker. It's a good time, though. They have a lot of good things to talk about, covering all the sports and activities across the state. So check that out. Down the field goes Oswald over the shoulder and incomplete. It was intended for Connor Hall. And I'm not sure, even had Hall caught it, he probably would have been out of bounds. But it'll be 3rd and 12 upcoming. Snell on the coverage for the Rams. Also tonight, if you're looking for a little late night fun, just check out Twitter. We're going to have a Twitter Spaces get together, I guess. I don't know what else to call it. After, as wide open down the field, beautiful throw and catch, caught by Carter Copeland all the way down to the 45-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Titans. So Oswald letting it fly here in the first half. But at Twitter Spaces, we're going to have, anybody can jump on there for IdahoSports.com. Just jump on and look for on IdahoSports.com on Twitter. I guess Idaho Sports is the tag for us on Twitter, and you can jump on there. You can participate in that. We're going to have people from the game, games on there talking about the games that they were at, what things look like going into playoff time. So jump on and join us if you want to talk about one of the games or upcoming playoff games. It's available to everybody. We want to get the fans involved. That'll be on Twitter, 10:30 Mountain Time. Handoff, that is Hall, I believe. Connor Hall on the carry around the end. He's going to pick up about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Gunnar Wilhelm, Jonathan Snell on the tackle.
Snell and Wilhelm in on the tackles. And on the tackle for Highland. At Idaho Sports, that is the Twitter handle for IdahoSports.com. It's the Friday Night Flash overtime on Twitter Spaces. If you go to IdahoSports.com's Twitter page, you'll see it pinned there. Join us tonight on Twitter Spaces at 10:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Or you can listen, or you can be part of the conversation on the Friday Night Flash overtime. They started this last week, went pretty well. So they'll have, like I said, there'll be multiple people on from IdahoSports.com talking about the games they've covered. as well as upcoming games. But if you want to let your voice be heard and get on the conversation, just come hang out with us on Idaho Sports live to talk about upcoming playoffs. Good run to the outside as Oswald picks up another first down, about a 5-yard pickup down to the 32. And it's 1st and 10 for the Titans with 8:47 left here in the second quarter. The Titans have forced 2 turnovers in this first half, a fumble recovery that they took for that they picked up, and then on the next few plays scored a touchdown. And then they were able to intercept a pass from Hymas, but they ended up having to punt that ball away. Back to pass is Oswald, and he lifted it way too far and outside for the intended receiver for Hudson Harker. And kind of looked like it came off the hand funny of Oswald that time as he let go of it.
Yeah, sometimes you just don't have the right gripping you want, and ball short. Before the sun went down, we had a fantastic view of the golf course behind the school, just the autumn colors coming in. And
a beautiful time of year here in southeast Idaho. And it has been a fantastic fall as we are at the 21st of October, and it was nearly 70 degrees today. The wind picked up this afternoon. If you take a look, if you haven't looked at the weather forecast, it's all going to end tonight. All the good weather is gone as the rain and cold weather are moving in tomorrow. And I think it's supposed to be the high of like 55 tomorrow, and then after that I saw highs of the 40s.
Ugh. Here it comes.
And of course that's the highs. The lows, of course, we're finally going to dip down into the freezing level. Here in Pocatello, it hasn't froze yet here this fall. I think they've had some frost and freezing temperatures up further north. You get up around, Rexburg, Rigby, north of there up into Ashton. But everything going to get a little bit cooler tonight. So make sure your heater's working because you may want it on in the morning. Unless you're one of those crazy people that loves the cold weather, and then you're in heaven.
Oh, my goodness. That's insane.
8:42 left here in the second quarter. Handoff around that left side, looking for a little room. Gets a couple yards. It's going to be 3rd and 8 coming up. Ball carrier that time is Trosper, Carson Trosper, the junior running back. Good size, 6 foot, 175.
Brings up 3rd down.
That brings up 3rd and 8, long 8, with 8:15 left in the first half. Remember to join IdahoSports.com on Facebook, at Twitter, as well as our other social media sites. On Instagram as well. A little pump fake down the middle. Nearly brought in by Hall, but knocked away. And that'll bring up 4th down and 8. Kai Callan on the coverage knocked it down.
That'll bring up 4th down.
So 4th and 8 and kind of no man's land here. So you got to expect that Thunder Ridge will go for it. Talk a little bit about Thunder Ridge's season. They've been in some games. Of course, they got beat by Minico, a very good Minico team to open the season. As it's 4th down here, back to pass is Oswald. He's got a receiver open. It's caught, but he's hit and dropped short of the first down. Awfully close, but going to end up a yard short. Wilhelm dropped him. Trosper couldn't make him miss, and a first down for Highland. A good play there. Just Trosper needed one more step after he caught that football. Wilhelm does a good job sticking him and leaving him short of the first down. They look at Thunder Ridge. You know, they lost by a touchdown to a very good Skyline team. Madison handled them pretty well as Middleton. Then a 2-point loss to Bonneville, a Bonneville team that beat Skyline last week. Bonneville and Hillcrest trying to throw a wrench in those 4A ranks up there in District 6.
First down.
And then a loss to Rigby, a pretty good size loss to Rigby. So, you know, their conference and in classification, in the 5A classification, Thunder Ridge just hasn't been able to hang around with people. Their 2 lone wins coming against 4A squads up in Idaho Falls and Hillcrest. Hymas on the keeper on a draw, showing some nifty moves and picking up some yardage out of bounds. A flag does come in behind the play. It looks like it's going to be a holding penalty against Highland.
Marked out of bounds about the
And now a
43,
late
and a late
flag comes in against over on the far sideline of Thunder Ridge. My guess is we'll have a sideline warning against the Titans after the holding penalty on Highland. So holding penalty it is on Highland, 10-yard penalty, and then see if he's going to indicate the sideline warning. Nope. Roll the clock. 7-11, and I don't think the clock scorekeeper saw that. 7-11, clock not running. Now, there it goes. Hymas back to pass. Short and incomplete. Wasn't a great spot. Bounced off the knee and maybe the pads of the intended receiver. It would have been a short gain of about 3. Cyreno was the intended receiver.
If you're looking for some more football action, at least in the local area, tomorrow, the Grid Kid leagues are having their championship games, and we're going to be broadcasting those. The 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade championship games.
At Ravston Stadium. I tell you what, every year the weather turns crappy as soon as they have their championship games. They did them at Madison a few years ago, a couple of years ago, and it was cold and windy and rainy, and that's what it's supposed to be tomorrow. It's just the only benefit, I guess, is on that field at Ravston, you're going to be on a turf field, a brand new turf field, so you don't have to worry about a wet, soggy, muddy mess, but it is going to be chilly, so if you plan on attending that, bring your umbrella and a blanket, some hot chocolate. Otherwise, you can check it out on IdahoSports.com, like Matt said, and from the warmth of your own home. You can still have the hot chocolate if you'd like. Hymas, little lateral, throwing down the field. It's caught. Off to the races, the 10, the 5, touchdown Highland.
From Hymas to Barella to Jones.
Hymas to Barella to Jones. The 6-4-3, not a double play. That time of year, though, 15-6, the Highland Rams on top after that trick play. The only question I had was it a lateral? The officials said it was at least directly to his side, not downfield on that first pass. And so Barella gets a touchdown pass on the evening. And the kick is up and good. So Highland extending their lead.
Good.
Out to 16-6 now with 6:07 left here in the first half.
Makes you kind of wonder, sometimes they have, it's senior night. Coach says, "Hey, what do you want to do?" to some of the older guys, and sometimes they pull plays like that. That might have been one that Coach had in his playbook already, but kind of a nice trick play tonight and the season off. And fashionable style, right?
Yeah, and extend their lead a little bit. It's been a little bit of a interesting first half. Couple turnovers for the Highland Rams. They were able to get a couple points off a safety. Not really anything they did per se. It was just a mistake by Thunder Ridge as they were going to have to punt out of their own end zone in the first quarter. That was a bad snap that rolled through out of the back of the end zone. One of Highland's turnovers ended up in 6 points for Thunder Ridge as Thunder Ridge able to capitalize after the recovered fumble.
Set to kick.
But that's been all the scoring that Thunder Ridge has been able to muster here in the first half. That ball, a crazy kick, low, but
Ball skips into the end zone.
effective into the end zone for a touchback. And with 6:07 left, it'll be the Titans from the 20 trying to get some more points on the board. I want to thank our sponsors for Gate City Game Night, Lookout Credit Union, also Valley Office Systems and Portneuf Medical Center, and our major advertising partners, Project Filter, Valley-Wide Cooperative, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, and your local Toyota dealer. I want to thank Valley Office Systems. They're your local hometown office solution teams delivering the level of service that you expect because they're a service company above all else.
That's by Taven Oswald, complete.
Oswald with a complete pass out to Harker for about 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4. I want to thank our power boosters for tonight as well. Teton Toyota, Honda, Volkswagen, and Conan Heating and Air Conditioning. Huge thanks to all of them. And
there's your heating, right? Make sure it
there
gets
you go.
turned on and
that's right.
working.
If you have problems with your heater, check out Conan Heating and Air Conditioning. So 2nd and 4 for the Titans. Little misdirection handoff. And that play looked like it was blown dead before they got the playoff. So no play.
Like there was a timeout called before.
Timeout before the snap. So it'll stay 2nd and 4 with 5:22 left. Our Army of Idaho Sports Action photographers are covering games all over the state. We've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu. And we talked a little bit before about the game picks. If you didn't get them in this week, well, sorry. That's about all I got to say for you, because every week you could have competed against other high school sports fans. You'll have to wait till next year now. And us so-called experts at IdahoSports.com. And it's free. You can win weekly prizes and the chance to be crowned the regular season's picks champion. It's okay if you start now. Not really. That's not true. It's over.
Yep.
But if you had, winners can get $25. And the regular season champion is going to get $100 and a $250 donation given in their name to their favorite Idaho high school athletic program. And the best thing of all, it's free to play. So you missed it this year. If you didn't get involved, there's always next year. The Gridiron Game Picks on IdahoSports.com. The closest I've got is like 16th. That's as high as I've been. I've been in the top 20 once.
It's a tough competition, honestly.
And that ball going nowhere. The pass actually going to be caught for a loss. So it'll end up being 3rd and about 6 now after the loss of 2 on the catch.
Loss of yards. Pass was complete to Hudson Harker.
Harker with the catch, and he's a little slow to get up, hobbled just a bit as he kind of shuffles back to the huddle. 5 minutes and counting here in the first half.
Let's help the defense get out on this one. 3rd down.
3rd and long. Looks like we've got some entertainment upcoming for halftime. A lot of young kids out there on the track. Back to pass. They set up the screen, and it's not gonna. No, he gets free. Down the sideline. I thought he was stopped for a loss. He gets free out to about the 42-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Titans. Coplin on the catch and run. A great little play there and a great job by Copland to break free of the would-be tackler and pick up the first down for the Titans with 4:34 left in the first half. A lot of pink in the student section tonight for the Highland Rams, as it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, as that ball fumbled and by Oswald and picked up and returned back to about the 38-yard line. Wilhelm having himself an evening. Gunnar Wilhelm, not sure who knocked it free, but Wilhelm picked it up. Oswald had some good yardage and then coughed up the football.
Yeah, this Thunder Ridge offense can't get any kind of break going. Anytime they've had, multiple down successions in a row, it's always come up short for one reason or another, either a turnover or just another fourth down situation where they don't convert, and it's painful.
Yeah. It has hurt them here in the first half as they trail by 10, 16-6. There goes Hymas. Hymas with a little stiff arm. And now he's on the run down the sideline, finally knocked out of bounds by number 31.
Down inside the 25-yard line, it'll be first down, Rams.
One man I don't have on my roster for Thunder Ridge. First down for the Rams. They're trying to tack on a few more points here. And they'll have the ball at the 23-yard line. Little flip. Barella going to throw again, and he overshot his intended receiver. Ridge Barella about had his second touchdown throw of the game, but he got a little excited and threw it over the head.
Just over Durham's head. Incomplete. Be second down.
I think that was the intended receiver was Cannon Zeeby, and Barella had him, and he just overshot him. So it'll be 2nd and 10 upcoming. Hymas keeps it himself and takes it up for about 7. It'll be 3rd and 3 upcoming.
Tackled by number 32, McKay Dougal. Brings up 3rd down and a long 3.
3rd and 3 upcoming.
Just over 3 minutes remaining on the clock. Enough time for Thunder to get the ball, seemingly, after whatever happens here in this drive.
And a touchdown carry. Mason Fulmer takes it 17 yards for a touchdown over the right side into the end zone. And now Highland starting to tack on a few points, as they're now up 22-6 with the PAT upcoming. PAT is up and good, and it's 23-6. The Highland Rams, feels like they're getting into a bit of a groove here. You know, and Thunder Ridge has had some opportunities. They've put some, looked like good drives going together. We had the fumble there. They've had to turn it over and punt it away after a few penalties that have put them in long yardage situations. But, since that fumble by Highland that resulted in the touchdown for Thunder Ridge, it's been all Highland, as they've capitalized on turnovers by Thunder Ridge. He'll trick play. Barella threw a touchdown and could have had another one here. He just overthrew his receiver. But right now, Highland showing why they are in charge of the conference. Up 23-6 now over the Thunder Ridge Titans. That ball going to be kicked back into the end zone once again for another touchback. And 3:20 left here.
Titans have a 1st and 10 with 3:20 left.
Remind everybody that at the end of the game, just before the end of the game, we're going to announce our IdahoSports.com Player of the Game presented by the Idaho Transportation Department. Huge thanks to them for sponsoring that. Drew Hymas has already won that honor one time this season from IdahoSports.com, at least from us. He may be on another game that we weren't on. As Oswald takes off down towards the sideline, pushed out of bounds.
Marked out about 24.
Picks up about 6 yards, actually.
Right bound by Cody Height.
No, check that.
Gunnar Wilhelm.
4 yards to the 24-yard line. Gunnar Wilhelm, man who pushes him out of bounds. 3:15 and counting here in Gate City game night. The Highland Rams trying to improve to 6-3 overall, 3-0 in the conference. They're already sitting at number 4 in the coaches poll. They've secured a first-round bye in the playoffs, and they're looking to continue their momentum into the playoffs. Little option play. Caught, but for just a short gain on the flip to ball carrier Carter Copeland. Copeland, big kid, 6 foot, 215 pounds. Big running back for the Titans. If you check out the weekend preview on IdahoSports.com, I know the games have already started. There are a couple of games that are actually being played tomorrow, a couple of 1A schools, 1A matchups tomorrow. .225 and counting. Titans trying to get a score here late. Untouched and just chucking the ball away smartly as Oswald is. And Berger asking for pass interference, but not going to get it there.
We'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down for the Titans. As a man came untouched up on the rush right in the face of Oswald, and he had no other real chance but to get rid of it.
Thunder Ridge will switch out to their punting unit. Kind of taking them a while to get on the field. Hopefully they make it in time.
And no count yet from the back judge. And now a timeout taken by Thunder Ridge, and that might have been the scenario. They were just trying to run some additional clock off before they punt this back to the Highland Rams. 2:17 left. Mentioned you can take a look at IdahoSports.com. You can check out the weekend preview. You can find it as well on our Twitter page, at Idaho Sports, and read what we think is going to happen this weekend and what games are the most important. You also check out the the playoff bubble watch, which all of that's going to be solidified after, well, in all classifications except for the 1As, all of that will be solidified basically tonight. A lot of that coming down to conference records, as well as then it'll fall to, for the at-large teams, it'll fall to Max Preps rankings to determine who gets those at-large bids. The punt is away. It's a low spiral. Takes a bounce for the Titans, and they'll down it at about the 48-yard line of Highland. And so the Rams will have 2:08 left here in the first half to try to put some more points on the board. They already lead 23-6. I want to thank Alta Insurance. They're a locally owned agency with locations in both Idaho Falls and Twin Falls. Alta's mission is to help our community by providing policies personalized to each consumer's needs. The community we work and live in is our #1 priority. As such, they offer a wide range of insurance products and companies able to take care of our community's assets. Alta Insurance has recently merged with Archibald Levitt Insurance in Rexburg, the same great names with the same great service together. Hymas rolling right, looking downfield. He's got a receiver open down the field, and he overshot him. That's Kai Callan. Callan got beyond the secondary, and Hymas overshot him. A little more lift under that ball. And that'd have been another 6. But with the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 with 2:01 left. Not quite officially into the 2-minute drill. Delay handoff up the middle, lots of room to run. Big first down out to the 35-yard line.
Nice draw play, good blocking up front by the big fellows for Cade Jones.
Cade Jones
to get it down inside the 40.
with a big first down pickup. Good job by the offensive line opening up some holes for him to run. Hymas back to pass, good coverage. Flag comes in, wide open underneath as a receiver. He's going to pick up another first down out to about the 17-yard line, but there's a flag back here at the 41-yard line. You got to think this is a holding penalty. No, illegal hands to the face this time against Highland.
On the Rams.
So that will not be a first down, but it will stay first down. It's just going to be first and about 25 instead of first and 10. And now I believe we have a timeout called by Highland. We're going to take that timeout and thank one of our sponsors. This is Gate City Game Night on IdahoSports.com. We will be right back.
As summer turns to fall, change is in the air, and at John Adams GMC in Rexburg, big things are happening as well. We are transitioning from John Adams GMC to Liberty GMC. We need to absolutely liquidate our new and used inventory immediately. Our current GMC and used truck selection is fantastic. Now is the time to purchase a new GMC truck or SUV from John Adams GMC in Rexburg. All new GMCs and qualifying used vehicles come with warranty forever. Take advantage of discounts up to $2,500 off MSRP on new GMC trucks and SUVs, plus 0% APRs available on many new GMCs. Right now, get $1,000 in GMC accessories included with your new GMC special order. And don't miss our trunk or treat on Saturday, October 29th from 2 to 5 p.m. with lots of fun, music, prizes, and candy. Changes in the air at John Adams GMC, soon to be Liberty GMC in Rexburg. 0% OIC will qualified buyer short term. See dealer for details.
Well, welcome back. As we've come back from the timeout, a pass complete to Kai Callan down to the 32-yard line. Clock ticking at 1:14. Back to pass. It's 2nd and 7. Hymas steps up in the middle and looking to make his move, slipped. He'll gain a yard, but He was trying to put a move on and get to the outside, just slipped on the field, and now it's 3rd and 6 upcoming, another timeout for Highland. Clock at 1:05 left here in the first half. I want to thank our major advertisers, Project Filter, Valleywide Cooperative, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, and your local Toyota dealers. Also want to thank our Gate City Game Night sponsors, Lookout Credit Union, Valley Office Systems, and Portneuf Medical Center. Huge thanks to all of them in helping us get these games broadcast to you. And remember, at 10:30 Mountain Time tonight, it's the Friday Night Overtime Show on Twitter Spaces. Just go to @Idaho Sports on Twitter. The link is there. You can join the conversation with different Idaho Sports media guys, as well as anybody else. If you want to get in, talk about a game, talk about upcoming playoff matchups, whatever it is, you can join us on Twitter Spaces. A throw to Callan across the middle, incomplete. He was thinking that, excuse me, that was
intended for Jones.
It was Jones, the intended receiver. Hymas thought he got held up across the middle of the field, but no flag came out.
It'll bring up 4th down.
So now it's 4th and 6 upcoming. But again, Hymas had a man open for a touchdown, just missed him. But yeah, you can join the conversation tonight on Twitter. Something new that Logan Green and Paul Kingsbury started doing last week. Worked out all right. We had several people on there listening, few that joined in. Back to passes, Hymas scrambling on 4th down, and he's going to run for it, and he's going to get there, and down the sideline further out of bounds inside the 10. Good blocking downfield by the Rams, and with 50.4 seconds left, it'll be 1st and goal from the 8. I thought Hymas was going to get out of bounds after he picked up the 1st down. He had more room to run, so he got down inside the 10. It's 1st and goal. No timeouts left for the Rams, I don't believe. Maybe they have one. They might have one left. I can't remember how many they've used. Man in motion. Now Hymas rolls that way, and he's going to run it. He's got blockers. He's going for the pylon, cuts back inside. Touchdown, Drew Hymas.
For Highland, touchdown.
So they do score
Nice block
with
out
just
there
over,
in the air by
in
Hayden
just over a minute. It was about 2:08 left when they started that drive, and there's 45 seconds left on the clock. So in about a minute and a half, a minute 35, they go about 60 yards for another touchdown. And on for the PAT. And no, there's a flag. And offsides penalty against Thunder Ridge. So here's my thought on, I think we maybe talked about this before, Matt, about how, in high school that offsides penalty is an immediate dead ball, right? Mm-hmm. Is that the right thing to do? Or should we go to more of what it's like in the NFL, where that's a live ball and you can take your shot down the field, and if nothing happens, you take the penalty, right? The PAT's up and good. The only reason I bring it in is because, what happens in that situation if the next play they come and block that PAT? The first one was up and good. They block that PAT, and now it's almost like that's a benefit for you to kind of ice the kicker, if you will, a little bit.
Exactly, yeah. That's
not the case here, 30-6, but I could see an argument for it, and maybe only on PATs, Yeah. Maybe you don't do it during normal plays, but on extra point opportunities, a 2-point conversion, that would be a huge deal. you go for two towards the end of the game. The other team jumps off sides. You convert the 2-point conversion on a great play, and then, oh, no, we have a penalty. It's half the distance, and you have to do it again.
Exactly, yeah.
So I can see an argument to be made for just allowing that play to go in an extra point or a 2-point conversion scenario. That that kickoff out of the end zone again for a touchback, and Thunder Ridge will have 44.3 seconds left here in the first half to see if they can do anything offensively. See if they take some shots down the field. So they find themselves down 24 here headed into halftime.
I'll have to see if the IHSAA is hiring for a commissioner. We'll have to put your name out there.
Well, then we'll have to lobby the NFHS to make the change as well. Of course, it's the state of Idaho. You can do things as individual states to be part of the NFHS, the National Federation of High Schools, generally have to follow all their rules, and they kind of set all those high school rules for all the sports. But that'd be one that I'd lobby for. I'm sure I'm not the only one to come up with that ever. I'm sure there's been plenty of other people that thought that would be a smart idea. If not, I will definitely take credit for it.
Yeah.
And there might be a really good reason why it's not a good idea. Handoff. And that is the end of the first half, with the Thunder Ridge Titans trailing the Highland Rams 6-30. It's the hometown Rams up big here on the final regular season game. It's senior night here at Iron Horse Stadium, and we've got some great halftime entertainment upcoming. We're going to step away, though, for a few minutes to thank some of our sponsors. It's Gate City Game Night here on IdahoSports.com. We will be back.
Local matters. Valley Office Systems, your local provider for all things office. Copiers, printers, office furniture, and document management. Proudly serving Idaho since 1974. Valley Office Systems.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
We're Valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
All right, I put this on one check. Is that okay? Draw?
That was fast and secure. It's Mobile Wallet from Lookout Credit Union.
Your home team, when local matters. Valley Office Systems, your local provider for all things office. Copiers, printers, office furniture, and document management. Proudly serving Idaho since 1974. Valley Office Systems.
As summer turns to fall, change is in the air, and at John Adams GMC in Rexburg, big things are happening as well. We are transitioning from John Adams GMC to Liberty GMC. We need to absolutely liquidate our new and used inventory immediately. Our current GMC and used truck selection is fantastic. Now is the time to purchase a new GMC truck or SUV from John Adams GMC in Rexburg. All new GMCs and qualifying used vehicles come with warranty forever. Take advantage of discounts up to $2,500 off MSRP on new GMC trucks and SUVs. Plus, 0% APRs available on many new GMCs. Right now, get $1,000 in GMC accessories included with your new GMC special order. And don't miss our trunk or treat on Saturday, October 29th from 2 to 5 p.m. with lots of fun, music, prizes, and candy. Changes in the air at John Adams GMC. Soon to be Liberty GMC in Rexburg. 0% OIC will qualify by our short term. See dealer for details.
Welcome back here to Iron Horse Stadium. It's halftime, little halftime entertainment from future Highland Ram cheerleaders, and there are a bunch of them, all sorts of age groups here for the Highland Rams. Last home game and beautiful weather. Little remix Ice Ice Baby going on out there. I don't know if that makes it better or worse, but good time for these kids, and you can tell they put a lot of time into trying to get this performance ready here at halftime. We got the band waiting, the marching band off to the side. We'll have the punt, pass, and kick fundraiser put on by IdahoSports.com. I've seen one winner thus far this season.
You have seen a winner, though.
Yep, last 2 weeks ago.
Very good.
No, it was at Century. Yeah, last week there was a winner at Century. 2 weeks ago, excuse me. I was in Idaho Falls last week. But, yeah, good punt pass all the way down to about the 5, and he knocked in the short field goal, basically a PAT. So, one winner that I'm aware of thus far with the punt pass kick, got a couple $100, so can't complain too much about that. But it is halftime here. Take a look at our halftime scoreboard, but while we're doing that, we're going to take a look at some scores from across the state. Take a look at the Friday Night Flash on IdahoSports.com. Right now it's 30-6 in this game at halftime. At halftime over in Meridian, Eagle. Of course, Eagle, one of those top 5 ranked teams over there. Meridian, the #1 team in the state in the 5A ranks. They're up 21-0 over the Mustangs, Meridian is. Nampa up over Centennial. Nampa kind of that sleeper team in the 5A that's kind of made some noise here and there. They're up 14-0 over Centennial. Middleton up 14-0 over the Cuna Cavemen. Rigby 14-0 over Madison. It seems to be a theme here, as that's a big rivalry between the Rigby Trojans and the Madison Bobcats. That game at Rigby, and once again, the Rigby Trojans up 14-0 there. Lewiston up over Coeur d'Alene 6-0 in the first. Mountain View up over Capital 23-0, and Rocky Mountain up over Bora 36-13. No score for the Valley View Boise game or Lake City Post Falls, although I did see a score for that. I think it was 7-0. I want to say Lake City early, but I can't remember if it was Post Falls or Lake City. 4A ranks, you got Blackfoot over Bonneville right now, 12-0, approaching halftime. Idaho Falls up over Hillcrest, 18-8. Pocatello up over Century going into the third, 17-0. So looking like the Thunder going to try to pull out a win there. And Skyline in kind of a de facto conference championship, district championship game. Skyline beating Shelley right now, 14-7 at Ravston Stadium. Snake River up on Preston, 27-13. BK up over Skyview, just 14-7 in that one at halftime. Oh, and here's that Valley View Boise score, 20-7 Valley View in the third. Emmett up on Ridgeview, 29-10. And Burley up big on Canyon Ridge, 32-12. That was in the first, probably at halftime now. We did have a Minico score come in. Minico was up 10-7 over Twin late in the third. So a closer game than I thought there between Minico and Twin Falls, at least thus far. Take a look at the 3A ranks. Weiser up over Fruitland, 10-0. Marsh Valley over American Falls, 7-0. South Fremont at halftime down 20 to Sugar, 34-14. Sugar up on them. And now the 2A ranks. Some big games going on in the 2A ranks. The big ones we don't have quite yet, though. This is basically a championship game between Declo Wendell. Declo up big, 21-0. Melba up over Napa Christian, 7-0. North Fremont big over Ryrie, 26-0. St. Mary's 20-6 over Orofino, now 27-6. And Firth up over West J, 18-6. 1A schools, Butte County 14-6 over Grace. Cary 32-0 right now over Raft River. That game I thought was going to be a lot closer than that. And in the 1A D2s, Camas County, there we go, over Hanson, 26-0. So keep checking back to IdahoSports.com on the Friday Night Flash for updated scores throughout the night. Some of these games have playoff implications. Some of them don't, but a lot of football action going on tonight across the state.
How are your game pigs looking after that?
Pretty good, I believe. There was a couple that kind of, I think that Cary, I can't remember if I picked Raft River on that game or not. That Cary Raft River game might be hurting me. Though I know it was at Cary. That game is at Cary, and I think I finally decided to pick Cary because of that, so I might be okay. But I waffled on that one a little bit. Raft River's got a really good football team. They are good. They've had a good season, and they're right there neck and neck with Cary. Dietrich, I believe, the other team in that group that in that conference that is leading the conference. Sometimes I have a hard time keeping the 1A D1s and the 1A D2s separated, especially Cary. I believe Cary just moved up to 1A D1 this year. And I'm right. It's not Dietrich. It's Oakley is the team that's leading that 1A D1. Dietrich is 1A D2. So, but yeah, it's Oakley, Cary, Raft River, Cary and Raft River with the exact same non-conference and conference. Whatever I'm looking for, the word I'm looking for. Words are hard right now, but. Yeah, their record. There we go. Right. They have the same non-conference and conference record. They're both 5-2, 4-1 in conference. Oakley at 5-0 in conference, 6-1 overall. So looks like Cary's gonna, if they can hold on for the rest of that game, they'll be second in that 1A D1 Snake River Conference. But once more, we'll take a look at the 5A schools as you see the.
Yeah, and specifically this 5A district over here. Technically, if Madison turns things around in the second half and manages to beat Rigby, technically it's a three-way tie. But obviously, with Highland beating the other two teams, it'd implicate that they'd get the bye. But
correct, yeah. If Highland holds on here, they'll be 3-0 in conference. Madison would move to 2-1, so they would jump Rigby. So then Madison would be that second. They'd get that second bid, that automatic bid.
And I guess if Highland were to lose tonight, I guess that also.
Correct. Other than, you're right, that Highland then has any tiebreaker over both Rigby and Madison, and so they would still be the number one team no matter what. But that would have implications because Madison would get that second spot in the playoffs. Rigby would more than likely, almost guaranteed make it in as an at-large, but that definitely changes their seeding and where they'd end up and who they'd play. So they're trying to get that bid, that secured bid, so they don't have to worry about that anymore. Lakeland's up 24-0 at the end of the first, which that kind of surprises me. a little bit in that matchup. Got Lakeland up 24-0 at the end of the first. I want to remind everybody that after this game, we'll have our IdahoSports.com Player of the Game presented by the Idaho Transportation Department. Huge thanks to them. We want to thank our local sponsors for tonight. Alta Insurance, they're a locally owned agency with locations in both Idaho Falls and Twin Falls. Alta's mission is to help our community by providing policies personalized to each consumer's needs. The community we work and live in is our number one priority. As such, we offer a wide range of insurance products and companies able to take care of our community's assets. Alta Insurance has recently merged with Archibald Levitt Insurance in Rexburg, the same great names with the same great service together. And Valley Office Systems and Rico are your local hometown office solutions team, delivering the level of service that you expect because we're a service company above all else. Valley Office Systems and Rico want to wish all the Gate City teams best of luck. Huge thanks to them. And a huge thanks to Portneuf Medical Center, Valley Office Systems, and our Gate City Game Night presenting sponsor, Lookout Credit Union. Huge thanks to them. So, talk about this game a little bit, Matt. Kind of an odd start to this football. That first quarter was just bizarre. A snap through the end zone by Thunder Ridge led to a safety, became a safety, so 2 points for Highland. Then Thunder Ridge forces a fumble. They force a fumble, they recover it, they go down and score on a nice pass play to number 85, the big wide receiver Hudson Harker from Oswald, and they take the lead. The conversion was no good. They take the lead 6-2. They also actually held that lead for a while, forced another turnover on an interception, but weren't able to do anything with it. And then since that time, it's been all Highland. As Highland has gone on, they have forced a couple turnovers themselves, including a fumble recovery here late with about 2 minutes left. They forced a fumble, and they went down and scored on it. They scored on a little trick play from Barella on a pass to, was it Jones? I think it was Jones. So that little flip to Barella, and then a pass downfield to Jones for a touchdown. And Hymas has ran in one as well. So they've capitalized on turnovers, scoring off of those. That leads them to this lead of 30-6. You've got Neeser down here ready for the punt, pass, and kick challenge on our left down here in the north end zone. We've had one winner. IdahoSports.com's put on this punt, pass, and kick challenge fundraiser. 100% of, whoa, and not a good punt.
He'll probably want that one back.
You don't get
the forward progress on that, right?
Yeah, not much forward progress, though, as that pass out of the way, Highland. That pass gets down to about to the 35. That means he's got to kick a field goal from there. I don't think he's going to get it. They're going to let him go up to the 35, kick a field goal from here. If this goes in, it'll be the greatest kick ever. He should be at least be able to put it on the hash, right? Like,
that's what I think.
There we go. That's it.
This is for $200, but that's going to be well earned if he gets it there. Not even close. Won't even get to the end zone. That ball's returnable in the NFL.
Yeah, that's like a rugby style kick, right? Clear off the ash and the sideline.
So this punt, pass, and kick fundraiser is put on by us at IdahoSports.com. It's a 100% fundraiser. All the fundraising donation goes to the Highland Rams. And we've done it at a few other Pocatello schools, including a couple other schools across the state, and all those funds going directly to the school district. So trying to give back a little bit to the local communities. We've been supported over the years by tons of local businesses and school districts, and we really appreciate it. And we have had one winner picked up $200 last week, or 2 weeks ago at Century High School on the punt, pass, and kick. So we're about a minute and a half left here until the start of the third quarter. The Highland Rams up 30-6 over the Thunder Ridge Titans. Headed into the third quarter.
Keep seeing chalk flying up in the air over at the.
Yeah, they've got some pink. I don't know what pink chalk going on. I don't know what the chalk is in, if it's like socks or tissues or what it is. But yeah, there's a lot of pink chalk flying around down there to the left of us in the Highland student section. A lot of pink being worn this time of year for breast cancer awareness. Pink hair bows in the cheerleaders' hair. You got some players down there that have had some pink armbands, socks, shoes, other accessories. Pink flags from the officials here in the month of October as well. Want to remind everybody to stay tuned. IdahoSports.com. Check out all the games that are going on across the state. Just check on the GameStreams tab. You can watch and listen to multiple games that are going on right now tonight. Also, stay tuned onto the Idaho or the Friday Night Flash. All those scores coming in from across the state. And tonight, 10:30 Mountain Time, if you want to join in on Twitter Spaces, go to @IdahoSports on Twitter. Go to our Twitter page, and you can click there, join the conversation. We'll have different people on from Idaho Sports that have been at these games tonight, and we want fans and players, whoever wants to join in, to jump on there and join the conversation, talk about upcoming playoff matches, games that happened tonight, what you saw, what you think's going to happen throughout the different classifications. We'll kind of cover everything on Twitter Spaces tonight, 10:30 Mountain Time. So those of you up north, you can still go to bed at a decent time because that'll be 9:30 your time. You get to be at bed by 10:30. The rest of us, it'll be at 11:30. So definitely some advantage being up north with that. Short little pooch kick into the dead space. Picked up and now going to be returned. And good tackle made by number 42 for Thunder Ridge. That is Connor Dixon with the stop. Zeeby on the return to the 38-yard line. It's 1st and 10, just underway here in the third quarter. The Highland Rams lead the conference. They've already secured that first-round bye, but trying to put the cherry on top tonight. They'd go 3-0 in the conference. 6-2 or 6-3 overall if they win this game tonight. Little flip to Callan, I believe. Callan popped out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Gain of about 6. It'll be 2nd down upcoming.
45.
Curious as to why the official windmilled his arm like it was in bounds, but I think he got knocked out there, maybe.
Yeah, and the clock's running, so they kept it moving for some reason. 30-6, the score.
It's got an early morning tomorrow, right?
I guess. Handoff up the middle. Good run. I believe that was Jones for the first down. Cade Jones it was, just across midfield to the 49 of Thunder Ridge. That's 1st and 10 with 11:10 left here in the third. Thanks for joining us on Gate City Game Night here on IdahoSports.com. Another beautiful Friday evening here in eastern Idaho. That's all set to change tomorrow, as the temperature is not going to get much warmer than it is right now. Handoff up the middle. That's Jones again as he leaps over some fallen players, picks up about 6. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Right now it's about 61 degrees here in Pocatello. The high was 70 today. Tomorrow,
Second down and a long 3 again.
it's just downhill from here. It's supposed to be a high of 52 and rain in the forecast, low of 30, and it just gets worse from there. 43 on Sunday, 46 on Monday, the high of 43 later next week. So, bad news, Bears, here in eastern Idaho. Friday, you get a little bit of a boost, and then Saturday, a little more, so we get back into the low 50s. So, feels a little bit more like playoff football weather, though, when it starts dropping to those temperatures. That's what we're used to over here in eastern Idaho.
We've been lucky up to this point, honestly.
Yeah, it has been phenomenal. 3rd and 4 upcoming. Handoff. No, Hymas kept it. Fooled me. Then he puts a nice little move on and splits the defenders. Touchdown. Drew Hymas. Houdini as he escapes 3 Thunder Ridge defenders with a little stutter step. And he tacks on another 6.
It was a real big, fine, I'll do it myself moment right there. And he went to work, put his feet to use. The sell, I think, really was a big part of that play. And then, like you said, the moves.
PAT up, and it is good. So it's 37-6 now. And, yeah, that Hymas, I mean, he faked everybody out, including myself, on that play. As I thought he'd handed it off, he kept it up the right sideline, and then little change of speed just threw all the defenders off, and then he turned on the burners into the end zone for another rushing touchdown. He's got 2 rushing touchdowns on the evening, and he's got his team on top here, 37-6 with 9:33 left in the 3rd quarter. Just to remind you, the Highland Rams, led by head coach Nick Sorrell, they are currently ranked number 4 in the coaches poll. We'll have the final coaches poll will come out early next week after this final game of the season. They're number 8 in the power rankings on IdahoSports.com. Top 4 teams: Meridian, Rocky Mountain, Eagle, then Highland, then Rigby. And currently, Highland will get a first-round bye in the playoffs. So that ball goes across the goal line for a touchback. And then they will play the winner of the number 4, number 5 matchup, both of those teams from the Treasure Valley. Based on the little bit that I know, take a look at those, the number 4 and 5 teams in 5A over there in the Treasure Valley. You know, you're looking at maybe Middleton, maybe Nampa, Mountain View, one of those 3. Middleton, Capital, Nampa, Mountain View. 2 of those 4 will be that number 4 or 5 teams over there in the Treasure Valley. Good run up the middle. Carried for about 6 yards that time. Ball carrier number 88 for the Titans. That is Bowen Rose, just a sophomore. There's a fun size for you for a running back. 6'3", 170. As we have an injured Thunder Ridge player on the field down there. Looks like one of the linemen. You don't see too many 6'3" running backs these days.
That's a fullback, right?
It's like a wide receiver carrying the ball in the middle. He's even got a wide receiver number, 88. but Bowen Rose
Again, want to
carrying the
thank
ball.
Connections Credit Union is the primary sponsor for tonight's game. Connections Credit Union has been a proud sponsor of Highland Rams for over 10 years.
Well, we're going to take a break and step away as they attend to the injured player. This is Gate City Game Night on IdahoSports.com. We'll be right back.
When joints begin to fail, it's more than an inconvenience. The relentless grinding pain slows you down and can even stop you from doing the things you enjoy in life. At Portneuf Medical Center, our skilled orthopedic experts are using advanced robotic surgeries to get you back to being you sooner with a less painful recovery. We're doing more than restoring joints. We're restoring lives.
Your home team, when local matters. Valley Office Systems, your local provider for all things office. Copiers, printers, office furniture, and document management. Proudly serving Idaho since 1974. Valley Office Systems.
Welcome back. It's Kyle Miller, one of the offensive linemen. Number 77 was the injured player for Thunder Ridge, but he was up and jogging off under his own power, so that's good to see for him. Handoff will go to number 3 for Thunder Ridge. Hitting the backfield and now driven back for, looks like they're going to have him for a loss of about 1.
Carried by Connor Hall.
Connor Hall, the ball carrier, and now we'll wait to see what the flag's about. Fulmer with the tackle, holding against Thunder Ridge, so it goes from bad to worse. Declined, though. No, so maybe there were 2 holding penalties? I thought for a second he had motioned that they declined the penalty, but they did not. They had opted to take it. He'll be second and about 14, back at the 16-yard line.
14. Yeah, I'm wondering if they would have declined it there, what advantage it would have given them. It would have
been
short third. It wouldn't have.
It'd been third and 6 or 3rd and 7 instead of 2nd and 14. So 8:35 and counting here in the third. 37-6. It's been all Highland after that kind of crazy first quarter, and we have a flag. We're going to have an offsides against Highland. So after the 10-yard penalty, then we go 5 the other way, and it'll be 2nd and 9 now, just across the 20 to the 21. 2nd and 9 upcoming for Thunder Ridge. Thunder Ridge with first-year head coach Michael Berger. Michael Berger, the son of Scott Berger, the longtime, very successful head coach at Skyline High School. Skyline playing Shelley tonight. And, in fact, Skyline and Thunder Ridge played this year. The Berger Bowl is what it was dubbed, and father got the best of son in that matchup this year. Oswald throws the pick, and that's going to be a pick 6. And they're going to get a flag for unsportsmanlike conduct. I don't like that, but
And run back for a touchdown by number 12, Gunnar Wilhelm.
Gunnar Wilhelm has had an evening. They threw the flag on Gunnar Wilhelm, I think, for celebrating, but I mean, he just held the football out. Granted, I don't know if he said anything from up here. I'm actually okay. If that's all he did was hold the football out, I'm okay. I mean, that guy, how often do you get a pick 6 as a defender? He held the football out. As long as it wasn't directed right at somebody. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
The rules probably say otherwise. Touchdown's good. They'll have the penalty, unsportsmanlike penalty, enforced on the kickoff. And so, anyways, I'm sure the rules say otherwise.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's, but, the score might have something to do with it. They're up as it is. But, yeah, I guess that's what you run into.
Yeah, and that's all right. That's the rules are there for reasons. High school football, the thing I don't Here's my soapbox. Like, I refereed high school basketball for a long time, and there's one thing, and this is what I can relate it to. It's one thing to have a big block, right, in a high school game. Big block, and you turn to your crowd or your teammates, and you're fired up, and you're yelling, and you're whatever, you're fired up, right? And then it's another thing to have a big block and stand over the guy that you just swatted or right in his face yelling. That's a whole different story. Based on what I saw just now, this looked like the first scenario where, hey, I just picked 6, I'm holding the ball out. Heck yeah, celebrating.
It's a teenage boy.
Versus staring down the guy that just threw the pick 6 or the other team and yelling as you run it in. And so, yeah, to each his own. That's my spiel. That's my spiel.
We're going to have you on the podcast so we can get your controversial.
I don't. That's the thing. I don't think. Yeah, I was gonna say. I don't think that's controversial. I mean, I'm sure there's a few people that are just like, there's no room for that whatsoever. But is there room for fun in sports? There better be room for fun and celebration in sports. That doesn't mean that you don't put anybody else down or try to make them feel less. But from what I saw, now granted something could have been said, from what I saw, that was not the case from Gunnar Wilhelm. A big pick 6 for him to extend the lead to 44-6. And now a nice return up the middle and then thrown down at the 40. But a good return, good field possession for the Titans as Connor Hall took it all the way out to the 41-yard line.
Returned by number 3, Connor Hall.
Emmett up on Ridgeview, 44-13. Emmett, the number 2 team coming out of that 4A conference over in District 3. The Bishop Kelly Knights leading the way over there.
Trying to see if Miller came back in, if it was just a cramping or some of the same severity, right? You don't want to see it last game of the year.
Yeah, it looks like he's there as a left tackle. Actually, that might be 75. That might not be him. That is 75. I don't see 77 out there at the moment. Nice carry by Oswald, fighting for a first down, and he got very close. I think he got it. Nice job by Oswald across midfield to the 49 for the Titans.
They're not moving the chains. They're talking over on that sideline.
Oh, I didn't think there was any question he got there. Well, initially, yeah, they did. Okay, they just signaled first down. Maybe the discussion a little about something else, but there is an injured player over there on the far side. Titan player on the sideline. Post Falls up 28-0 over Lake City. Lewiston up 20-0 over Coeur d'Alene. And here's an interesting score for you. Middleton Cunall tied up in the 4th. Meridian 8 up 28-0. Nampa, no update there. Mountain View 45-0 over Capital. Rocky Mountain extending their lead over Bora 43-13. Rigby now 21-0 over Madison. Call in at quarterback as Oswald was shaken up. Call rolling left. Fires, picked off. Gunnar Wilhelm, another interception, still on his feet, trying to get downfield. Wilhelm down to the 25. What a senior night for Gunnar Wilhelm, making a statement for himself for IdahoSports.com player of the game. Gunnar Wilhelm, the 5'10", 185 senior linebacker. He's got 2 interceptions on the day, including a pick 6. Having himself a night. And with 7:04 left here in the 3rd, it's all Highland, 44-6. So 1st and 10 from the 25. A keep from the backup quarterback. He's looking for the pylon. Touchdown! Number 3, Ridge Barella taking it, the Wildcat. We have 2 flags back at the 10 and 11-yard line. Holding against the Rams. So Ridge Barella not going to get the touchdown run. He comes off in disbelief. So basically, it's going to be 1st and 6 based on where the hold was at. 1st and 7, excuse me. Back at the 22-yard line. So that'll negate the touchdown. Barella not a fan of that. Barella's already got a touchdown throw on the day. Almost had himself a touchdown run right there. Barella hands it off this time. I think that's number 20 on the carry for the Rams. That's Brock Anderson, a senior wide receiver, playing a little running back in there. Dougal on the tackle for the Titans. 6:20 and counting. As Barella looks like he's going to stay in there at quarterback.
It's almost, I guess you can save your quarterback at this point. And I guess, is Ridge a senior?
He's a junior.
And so
Ridge
maybe,
Barella,
maybe he's the future. You know?
Barella slings it outside to Callan. Callan dives across the 15 to the 14 for a first down. Kai Callan on the reception.
Kai Callan gets a first down.
Callan just a sophomore. One of those
tackle made by Elijah Beck.
Major contributors. And now here comes Hymas into the game. Maybe Hymas is going to play center. Probably not.
That's a senior game request.
Yeah. Hey, coach, can I play center? No. You're the starting quarterback. No. We're not putting you on the line. He's back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. It gets it away to a running back. Let's see if they can make anything happen here. To the pylon. Diving. Touchdown. A flag, though. Harding going to have a touchdown wiped off the board. A flag back at the 25-yard line.
That was a nice run.
Maybe you're roughing the passer? Probably ineligible receiver downfield is what it was. Yeah, ineligible receiver downfield against Highland. And that's a tough one because they were so far, I don't know. They were so far behind the line of scrimmage. I wasn't paying attention close enough. But you almost wonder, did they really? Because, man, they have to be 5 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. And they were 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage when that ball was thrown. So I wasn't paying attention close enough.
Timeout Thunder Ridge.
But that negates another touchdown. Timeout Thunder Ridge with 5:14 left here in the third. Our army of Idaho Sports action photographers are covering games all over the state. We've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu. And remember to jump on to Twitter tonight. Go to @IdahoSports, IdahoSports.com Twitter page. We're going to have Twitter Spaces open for the Friday Night Overtime show. You can jump on and listen, or if you've got something to say, you can join the conversation. We'll have different IdahoSports.com media members as well as fans. Heck, players can jump on if they want to join the conversation about upcoming playoffs, games tonight. So join us on Twitter. It's @IdahoSports. Barella pass caught and carried to the 25. A little tussle on the field. Carter Hall, number 22, the receiver on that play. 5'10", 135-pound senior. There we go. Now we're talking my size right there. That was about my size in high school. 5'10", 135. See, I could have played 5A football. That's what that means, Matt. I could have been 5A football.
I'm sorry I laughed. I need to believe you.
Hey, I was fast. But exactly what happened there, I would have got tackled quite easily, but I was fast. Pitch out to that far side. Take my number 7 very close to the first down on the catch.
Yeah, I guess it matters more about the heart, right? You know?
Cannon Zebe, yeah. And I obviously didn't have it because I didn't play high school football, and I was at a 2A school, so obviously didn't have the heart for football. Just shy of the first down is Zebe. 3rd and 1. I say 3rd and 1. I'm looking at the wrong down marker. I forgot about the penalties. It's 3rd and 11 now. I've actually got to get to the 4 for a first down. As
you're our own Rudy story here at IdahoSports.com.
Yeah. Yep. If Rudy had only played till the 7th grade and never scored a touchdown. Handoff up the middle. Not going to get the first down. Going to get a few extra yards. It's going to be 4th and about 4, but it looks like they're going to bring on the field goal crew.
From the hash, and it's
bring out 4th down.
30, let's say 30, actually about 40.
Yeah, we'll see. He's going to kick from about they're going to have the holder. Let's see where he's going to be at. Right at the 19. So add on 10 to that. So 29-yard field goal. Low and outside.
Hit by Francis is no good.
No good. Off the left. Didn't get enough height on it. Might have got hit at the line of scrimmage. So it'll stay 44-6. Final from Skyline and Shelley, 21-14. Skyline wins. Abron Silverio, the IdahoSports.com player of the game. During that one, scored 2 touchdowns. So the Skyline Grizzlies, they're headed in as a number 1 seed out of that conference. I think the number 1s have a bye in the 4As. So Scott Berger gets a win tonight. Looks like Michael Berger's not going to get one here against the Highland Rams, barring a massive comeback. Handoff from Oswald up the middle. Stood up at the 24-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6 upcoming. Good 4-yard gain on that carry.
Tackle for the Rams.
I have an injury update on Miller that went out, saying it's looking like a hand injury, possibly broken. Which is a really it's a bummer of a way to end the season, but
that explains the ability to run off the field all right. Just
exactly.
Handoff, and man, Oswald really had to reach for him, but he gets it to him for a first down and more. Good hard running by the ball carrier, number 4.
Carried by Carter
Copland. Senior running back, 215, and he showed his size there as he drug that would-be tackler for about 5 yards. 1st and 10 for the Titans out to the 38-yard line. 37-yard line, excuse me. Skyline defeated Shelley, as I mentioned, 21-14 at Ravston. Pocatello 31-7 over Century. Idaho Falls 18-8 over Hillcrest. That's a game that I probably picked wrong unless Hillcrest comes back and wins it. Around goes Hall around the corner, trying to get a move on. Dives forward. Going to be about a half-yard shy of the first down. Hillcrest had a big win over Skyline over Shelley, last week, and I thought maybe that little bit of momentum would carry him into this week, as Idaho Falls got beat up on pretty good last week, but not the case. As Idaho Falls looks like they're going to get the win. 2nd and 1 for the Titans. 30 seconds and counting left here in the third. Man in motion. It's Hall. Handoff up the middle. 1st down and more. Good carry across midfield to the 48-yard line. And the Titans, they'll roll the clock here. And it'll be 4th quarter upcoming. I don't think they're going to get another playoff here, as Oswald only got 10 seconds left as they come to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, they might get it off if they go fast here. Down to 4-3. They do get it off. Oswald keeps it. Good carry for about 5 or 6 yards, and that will be the end of the 3rd quarter.
That tackle made by number 58, Maddox Baker.
So it's all Highland.
Take it to the end of the 3rd quarter.
As they take us into the 4th, 44-6. Highland Rams on top. I thank a couple of our sponsors here on Gate City Game Night. I want to thank Alta Insurance. They're a locally owned agency with locations in Idaho Falls and Twin Falls. Alta's mission is to help our community by providing policies personalized to each consumer's needs. The community we work and live in is our #1 priority. As such, we offer a wide range of insurance products and companies able to take care of our community's assets. Alta Insurance has recently merged with Ultrabald Levitt Insurance in Rexburg. Same great names with the same great service together. And one of our sponsors for Gate City Game Night, it's Valley Office Systems in Rico. They're your local hometown office solutions team, delivering the level of service that you expect because they're a great service company above all else. Valley Office Systems and Rico want to wish all the Gate City teams best of luck. Huge thanks to them, to our power boosters, Teton Toyota, Teton Honda, Teton Volkswagen, and Conan Heating and Air Conditioning. Remember, we're going to have our IdahoSports.com player of the game presented by the Idaho Transportation Department here at the end of our ball game. As we're just underway in the 4th. Little pump going for the big ball down the sideline, and it's caught. Flags, no. Ball came free. Flags come in from both the side judge and the back judge. We'll see if it's offensive or defensive. Generally, that's defensive, and it is this time as well.
Pass interference penalty on the Rams.
It was intended for Hudson Harker. They won't get the big play, but they'll pick up 15 yards on the pass interference.
1st down, Titans.
1st down, Titans out to the 28-yard line. Pocatello here in, speaking of the other Gate City teams, Pocatello defeats Century 31-7. Big runner up the middle. That's the big 6'3" running back rumbling down the field inside the 15 for a 1st down. He's not hard to miss, but he's hard to bring down. Big number 88 on the carry. That's Bowen Rose, the 6'3", 170-pound sophomore running back.
Tackle made by Isaac Espinoza.
He might not be done growing. He might have a couple inches more to gain on his height. He'll be a really tall running back at that point, and it'd be awesome for basketball and wide receivers.
So this is the last of the 3 Gate City teams to finish up here tonight. Handoff up the middle again to Rose. Rose carrying would-be tacklers, plowing forward down to the 7.
Good run by Rose.
So Bowen Rose
Spencer Parrish on the tackle.
making himself known here in the game here in the 4th quarter. Just under 11 minutes left here in the ball game. Everybody else is finishing up, and we still got a whole quarter of football to play, Matt.
Do we chalk it up to senior night, or I guess just
I don't know.
high
That was
scoring and
probably a long halftime.
Yeah.
We did have a lot going on at halftime. It had the marching band, the the future Highland cheerleaders, and there was a bunch of them, all those, that age group from about 4 up to 12. Little throwback, man wide open, number 32. McKay Dougal, the big tight end, was wide open over there. Oswald hit him, and it's 44-12 now. Thunder Ridge gets on the board here in the 4th.
They went for 2 the other time they scored.
You know, then that just seems like a Berger thing. Scott Berger at Skyline, they go for 2 a lot as well. And it looks like they're going to kick the PAT here, but you're right. They went for 2 on the first touchdown, and maybe that's why. Bad snap there. Oswald falls down. Oswald trying to make something out of nothing, but the snap was a slow roller back to Oswald. No chance for him to do anything with it.
PAT is no good.
Yeah, it's interesting because they do go from the gun, and so snaps they're getting there. I guess in the gun. I wonder what's the hold up there, and it's high school ball. Figure out how to adapt.
So conversions have been a problem here for the Titans, and that high-powered offense for Highland's been the other big problem. 44-12, and they've had 2 touchdowns called back on that last drive. It could be 50-12 or 51-12 at this point. Highland Rams, they're going to get a week off after tonight, as they won't play again. So they've got a first-round bye. That ball caught at the 5. Return right up the middle and dropped at the 27-yard line. And the Rams offense back on the field will take off from there.
That kick returned by number 10, Brennan Carlson.
Remember, at the end of this game, we're going to have our IdahoSports.com player of the game presented by the Idaho Transportation Department. Want to thank Lookout Credit Union, Valley Office Systems, and Portneuf Medical Center for their sponsorship of Gate City Game Night. Also want to thank Project Filter, Valley-Wide Cooperative, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, and your local Toyota dealers. Handoff goes nowhere on the carry. That was number 20, Brock Anderson. But got caught in the backfield and looks like he fell forward to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Weigert in at quarterback.
Weigert in at quarterback for the Highland Rams. As Weigert moving people around. Man in motion, and way too much motion over there on the far sideline. Weigert putting the man in motion, and Cannon Zeeby thought that it was the snap. So 5-yard penalty. I'll back him up to 2nd and 15 now, back at the 22-yard line. So back to the line of scrimmage come the Rams with 9:20 and counting. And handoff goes to Brock Anderson again for a short gain.
Brock Anderson on the carry again. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd down upcoming now. Senior night here at Iron Horse Stadium and Connections Credit Union Field. A beautiful field here at Highland High School. And no gain on that play. It's going to be 4th and long, about 4th and 13 upcoming. And I think this is the first time that Highland's punted.
Zweigert on the keeper. Tackled short.
Zweigert on the keeper there. No gain on the play. I think it is. I think this is the first time they've punted.
Yeah, and we've seen the fumbles. Have been 2 or just the 1?
One by each team, yeah. But one from Highland. We've had a couple interceptions.
And was there an interception?
Yeah, Thunder Ridge did intercept it one time. Ball takes a nice bounce for Thunder Ridge back to about the 47-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for them.
Punt will give the Titans 1st and 10.
So Titans are going to get the ball back. 7:39 left here. They're trailing 44-12 in what's been all Highland here tonight. It started odd with some turnovers. Thunder Ridge did lead momentarily. They were up 6-2. And since that time, they scored early here in the 4th quarter, and that's been about it. Oswald in there still at quarterback. Handoff. Goes to the big running back, number 4 for Thunder Ridge. That's Copeland. And he picks up a first down out to the 40-yard line of Highland. So still some life left here in the Titans. They got to score early and often here with 7:15 left in the 4th. Oswald back in the gun. Handoff to Rose. Rose breaking tackles. And I'm seeing it now why he is a really good running back. He does not go down easy. He runs hard. He's a big kid.
Edgington and Isaac Wilkes.
And I was kind of chuckling a little earlier because, like I said, you don't see, that's Bowen Rose, you don't see too many 6'3" running backs, but kid can run the football.
Yeah, you got to slap his ankles together and try to bring him down, but it's working for him.
Handoff. No, keeper by Oswald. Oswald's got some blocking out in front of him. Oswald picks up the first down and then is drugged down at about the 24-yard line. Clock continues to run. They kept him in bounds. It will stop momentarily as they reset the chains.
That run will give Titans a first down.
And then the clock will start again. 1st and 10 for the Titans. Oswald with Rose to his right now. Handoff to Rose. Rose turns the corner over there on the sideline. Gets very near that first-yard marker. First down marker. It'll depend on the spot. And I'm going to say he's got it. They do. First down for the Titans once again. Bowen Rose to the 14 with 5:46 left. Braylon Carson on the tackle. And for the game, into the game for the Rams, Logan Edgington, senior defensive lineman. A rush coming, but the running back gets through. That's Copeland again. Copeland on the carry. Gets inside the 10. It'll be 2nd and about 6.
Trayson Bagley on the tackle.
Bagley with the tackle for the Rams.
Brings up second down and
5:20 left here in the fourth.
Yeah, and it becomes a interesting conundrum or situation that you have as the team leading Highland. You know, you want to put in your inexperienced players. They get some of this experience in later games when you're up. But you also run into the issue that you want the clock to keep running. But now the other team's getting yards. And touchdowns.
Oswald on the keeper, dives for the corner of the end zone, touchdown for Taven Oswald, and he picks up another touchdown for the Titans. Yeah, and, you know, probably out of reach, but that's a good point. I mean, if this is a little closer game, you're not seeing those extra substitutions, or you're seeing the starters come back in just to keep things in check. But at 44-18, we'll see. That looks like they're going to try to kick the PAT here. Probably not. They'd have to score 4 more times, and
yeah,
they've only got 5 minutes left, but it could happen, just probably not likely. PAT is up and good. Knocked through this time. And Thunder Ridge trails now 44-19 with 4:50 left in the fourth. You can make the memories last a lifetime by owning the digital game file of this game for just $10. Click the button in the top right to order. And join out IdahoSports.com by joining us on Facebook. You can join us on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter. A lot of good digital content out there from across the state that comes through on IdahoSports.com. Of course, the website's always there. Go and check out scores, brackets, coaches polls, media polls.
I was going to say, a lot of these players, it's their senior game, right? Their potentially last game of their high school career, and own the game. You know, keep it, forever.
Yeah, for those seniors, especially for the Thunder Ridge Titans, this is their last game of the season, as flags fly in late. And that ball returned out to the 25-yard line. The Titans won't make the playoffs this year, so they will be done after tonight, their final game of the season. The Highland Rams, on the other side of things, they don't play next week, but they will play the following as they head into the playoffs. I think a block in the back called against the Rams, so that'll take the ball back all the way to the 15-yard line.
The 1st and 10 from the 15.
And if you did get your Gridiron game picks in this week, most of these games will be finished up tonight, and those final scores will be in there. The only ones you won't know, there are 2 games being played tomorrow night on the schedule, so that won't be finalized until late tomorrow night. One of those games is at 1 o'clock. The other one isn't till later at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. So you'll have to wait a little longer to see the results of the Gridiron game picks. I'm not sure that's good or bad for me.
Colt Durham in at quarterback.
I think I did pretty good this week, though. The question is, how well did everybody else do? Because everybody else probably did pretty good, too.
Honestly, I've never even known there were that many that put in their picks. You know, if you got 16th out of...
Yeah, there's about, 50, 60 people, seems like, each week that put them in there.
It's a good number.
Handoff for the Rams around that far corner, looking for a little room to run, and it shut down quickly.
Number 31, Ray Kingsiel.
31, Ray Kingsiel for the Highland Rams. Ray Kingsio on the carry, picks up a couple yards. It's 3rd and 7 upcoming with 3:25 and counting here in the ball game. Remember, we're going to have our IdahoSports.com player of the game coming up here shortly in the next couple minutes. It's the handoff right up the middle, now trying to break to the outside, but cut down for a short gain. It's going to be 4th and 6 upcoming, maybe 5. Brock Anderson on the carry, and another punt for the Rams, their second of the ball game. And they didn't punt until the 4th quarter when things have already been pretty much decided. This will be their second punt of the game. And they're missing a player for the punt team. You hear all the team yelling down there, and a late substitution comes on. Punt blocked, and the ball spinning towards the end zone, trying to pick it up. Thunder Ridge gets in there. Touchdown, Thunder Ridge. Big number 32 blocked it. The ball was squirted into the end zone. That's McKay Dougal, the big senior defensive lineman. And Thunder Ridge recovers it for a touchdown, and now it's 44 to 25. Shepard with the recovery. So things getting a little more interesting.
Score is definitely not going to reflect the game, but a little bit of late season fun, right?
That's right. That's good for those seniors. McDougal with a big blocked punt there. It gets into the end zone. McKay Dougal, excuse me. The big blocked punt gets into the end zone, recovered by Thunder Ridge, and then the PAT is up and good. So 26 to 44 now. As we'll get the score updated here. 26-44. A late flurry of offense here from the Thunder Ridge Titans. And now we get to see the Highland offense again. So Thunder Ridge doesn't even get their offense back onto the field, yet they score. And 1:53 left here in the ball game. Well, I just found out one game I lost. Middleton was up on Kuna the entire game. Kuna with a game-winning touchdown and converted the two-point conversion to win 22-21. So this is what happens to me. I pick winners, and then they lose on two-point conversions at the end of the ball game. Come on, Middleton.
Cavemen.
Like, yeah, you're killing me, cavemen. Come on now. Oh, Kuna. Of course, both those schools, Middleton up into the 5A for the first time ever that I'm aware of. They've always been 3 or 4A in the time that I've been alive. But that area has just exploded, and now Middleton has moved up into the 5A ranks, along with Kuna. Kuna sat around in the 4A ranks for quite a while themselves. Kickoff muffed a little bit. Now picked up and dropped at the 21. So a little life over there from the Titans sideline. It's been kind of quiet, but some excitement here as they've put some balls in the end zone and now trail 26-44, but 1:48 left on the clock. Highland with the ball. We're actually going to award our IdahoSports.com player of the game right now. This player of the game presented by the Idaho Transportation Department. Huge thanks to them. And it's a defensive player tonight. It generally ends up going to an offensive player, but this young man had a heck of a night. It's Gunnar Wilhelm, the linebacker for the Highland Rams, a senior on senior night. He had 2 interceptions, multiple tackles, and a pick six, one of those interceptions. So congratulations, Gunnar Wilhelm, our IdahoSports.com player of the game, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department. Huge game for that young man. Congratulations on a great season, and hope it continues for you throughout the playoffs. So no gain on the carry. That'll be 2nd and 10 upcoming for Highland. Long time at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the count from the back judge. And now a handoff, little hesitation, and dropped again for no gain. 50 seconds and counting here. And they'll have to run one more play, and that will be about it. And the chant, I believe that we have won, from the Highland cheer section down there. Round the corner goes the runner, and that's Brock Anderson. Tackled, but that'll be it. It'll be 4th down, but the clock will run out before they have to snap it. Our final here, 44-26.
And that will get it done and bring to a close the regular season.
The final. End of the regular season for both these squads. One's going home, done for the year. And the Highland Rams, they head on to the playoffs, where they'll have a bye next week and play in 2 weeks. That's our final. We're going to step away for a quick break. We'll come back with a little wrap-up here on Gate City Game Night on IdahoSports.com.
So, when local matters, Valley Office Systems, your local provider for all things office. Copiers, printers, office furniture, and document management. Proudly serving Idaho since 1974. Valley Office Systems.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
We're a valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
All right, I put this on one check. Is that okay? Draw?
That was fast and secure. It's Mobile Wallet from Lookout Credit Union.
Your home team, when local matters. Valley Office Systems, your local provider for all things office. Copiers, printers, office furniture, and document management. Proudly serving Idaho since 1974. Valley Office Systems.
Welcome back here. As we've gone final, the Highland Rams are the conference champions. They win over the Thunder Ridge Titans 44-26 in a game that was not that close. It was 44-6 going into the fourth quarter. A late flurry, a block punt, a few scores with the second stringers in for Highland, and Thunder Ridge got a little closer. 44-26 our final here in this one. So playoff implications, of course, Thunder Ridge not making the playoffs. Unfortunate for them. They fall to 2-7 on the year overall. Take a look and make sure that I'm right on that. Yep, 2-7 overall, 0-3 in conference. So not in the state of Idaho. We'll see you next week.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com GameStreams. This broadcast is copyrighted to IdahoSports.com. Any rebroadcast, retransmission,